Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit different. It's a review for Transforming the Experience-Based Brain, also known as TEB, Stephen Terrell's class training. I am answering the question, is it worth it? Is it worth it to do the TEB training, the Transforming the Experience-Based Brain training? When I first decided to do this training, I was hesitant. I didn't know and fully understand what I would do with what I learned in the training. I come from a somatic experiencing background, so I didn't really know if this was different, how I would integrate and apply this into the work that I do. I work online, I work with groups. Would it be applicable? Would my people benefit? First of all, I'm from Canada, Vancouver, Canada, so a hesitation that I had going into the training was the cost. It is a three-part, three-module series training, and when I first took it, I actually flew to New Orleans. This was before COVID, before any of that. I flew to New Orleans and did the training there, and I kind of just jumped with a leap of faith because a friend told me that Stephen Terrell was the guy to learn from if you've experienced developmental trauma and if you're helping people. And I personally was adopted at 10 days old, so I came into the training with half personal curiosity and yearning to evolve and heal, and half I want to help people, and it seems like this training will provide me with the framework and tools that I need. So that was kind of my mindset coming in, and the hesitation was, oh my god, I'm from Canada, the exchange rate is a lot, and the program is a three-part series. It's going to cost me a lot of money. And it just so happened that the second part of the training, I did the first one in New Orleans, then put a pause on it for a bit, came back and finished the second two modules online. And at first I had some resistance to it. The age-old question, how do we do body work, regulation work online? That was a question of mine. Even though I'm young, I'm a millennial, I had that question. And quite frankly, it turned out to be beyond my expectations in terms of the safety of the group. The container, he keeps the group small. The assistants are very genuine, caring, and really focus on the relational aspect, whereas other trauma healing modalities don't focus on the relational aspect as much. The Transforming the Experience-Based Brain program really drove home how important the relational aspect is above all the curriculum, above all the skills and practices that we learn. The relational piece is the most important part. So I highly recommend it if you are someone that works with developmental trauma or is someone that, has people coming to you that are either working intergenerationally as a family unit. It gives you a really good framework and foundation and a roadmap to kind of guide you through how to help folks that had those early ruptures, that early dysregulation, and how to help them in their adult human life. That was one thing that I had apprehension about, of how effective and applicable it would be, because most people I work with are 30 to 60 years old, and I had the question in my mind of how will learning about early reflexes, baby essentially reflexes, will apply to my work. And I have so many stories of, I think we learn like 8 to 12 reflexes, and the first reflex is the fear paralysis reflex. And the amount of, let's say, success stories that we had working with clients in that realm is amazing, in terms of people having fear about finding a new place to live, PTSD. Just working with that one reflex really changed the game for a lot of people and kind of helped them take that leap forward in life. That was one thing that I was like, will early childhood baby reflexes be applicable for the work and the demographic of people I work for? And the answer is a big fat yes, let me tell you. And this is all online. So yeah, if you're someone that is interested in the course, I highly recommend. Or if you're someone that's kind of on the edge of, does the online thing work? Is it important to learn the reflexes? What I took home in a huge way, and that Stephen Terrell kind of says often, is that the difference between his program when it comes to learning reflexes and other programs out there is that it's the relational piece. It's that piece of folks that have experienced developmental trauma often feel alone, and I can relate to that and feel like they're in a high stress situation and overwhelmed alone. And in those, working with those reflexes and being attuned and in that relational piece, that's the difference. It really is so simple, yet we seem to miss it in the rest of the trauma healing modalities that are out there. So I'm glad that I took the training, and I highly recommend it.